What does America look like for women 25 years from now?
Well, in 25 years, I honestly see so much change happening. I think right now there's really so many conversations that are happening about women's rights, and there's so many incredible women doing incredible things.
I am hopeful for the future. I think that there are a lot of obstacles that are in our way. I think there's something of a backlash right now about the changing status of women, but I think we'll overcome that.
And in terms of economics, I think that women will have made great strides by 2040 because we are moving into the professions and into higher education at very high numbers, and we work hard and we succeed in these settings. And so I anticipate that women will have made great economic strides.
I think women, especially in media, will be directing more films. They'll be telling stories. They'll be telling more intimate stories. Stories about their lives as older women, as younger women, as lesbians.
I think in 25 years we're going to be completely used to women at the top across the board. There may not be a deep bench of women coming up, but it's not going to look weird to us to see a person in charge of General Motors or, say, in the White House.
Mixed, but much more positive than not. I mean, there's been so much energy over the last couple hundred years directed towards the increasing equality of women. So many women have fought so hard, and I am so grateful to all of them, and I intend to keep fighting for those coming behind.
But what I worry about is that if the ascent of women does not somehow change the corporate culture and this drift that we're seeing toward a kind of data totalitarianism that I like to call datalitarianism, and if we don't get rid of, and if we don't reverse the sort of social Darwinist trends in the workplace now, then women are never ever going to reach parity with men.
In terms of politics, I think that it's more mixed. It's taken us a very long time to even get 20% representation in the legislature, at the federal level, and the numbers of women in government and even in positions of corporate power are vastly low.
I think American women are slowly realizing that they have to be self-sufficient, they have to know about money, they have to take business classes in school, they have to be in relationships where they're not 100% dependent, but codependent with each other, so you can leave if something's wrong. They have to be involved in politics, which I think they're getting more and more involved with.
I hope that we will build upon the vision that our grandmothers and mothers had for us about an equal parity of women in society.
I'm very hopeful for women in media in 25 years, but that means right now we have to do a lot more to support each other as women filmmakers and media makers, and we have to encourage our husbands and our sons and our brothers to invite us into the conversation.
I think there's a lot of conversation right now, and I think it's starting to turn into action. So I think in 25 years, I think there could be a really big difference.
In terms of social progress, I think that the picture is actually mostly negative, because we tend to think that because we've made economic progress and some political progress, that the social progress will automatically come along. But I actually think we've taken 2 steps back, because we have accepted as a culture the normalization of female objectification. And by definition, we think of sexual objectification as sexual subjects and sexual objects. We think of it dichotomously, and sexual subjects act and sexual objects are acted upon. So the fact that we accept women as sex objects in our culture so easily and so widely, it's become a normal part of our culture, means that we are accepting women's second-class status.
I think American women in 25 years are going to be equal stakeholders at this table. And I say that because I'm going to be working on it full time with my daughters and with every woman I know, and we're going to get there.
The backlash is always with us. There are always things in the culture trying to take things away from women, reproductive freedom, economic equality. But I just have to believe that 25 years from now, there'll be a whole bevy of fantastic women at the top of the country, in the White House, and every other place. I have to believe that. I mean, I'm part of this fight, and if I'm not around, you better be doing it.